Hello, it's your boy jforpiece back with another video, and today we're doing our top 10 runners, top 10 best runners in One Piece Bounty Rush. But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bells for more content, and yeah, before we also get into it, I'm going to be making a Bounty Fest tier list video. Someone recommended it to me, one of my comment section, so don't worry, that video is going to be on the way as well. I'm also preparing some gameplay videos as well that I owe some of you people, because you guys recommended it. You guys were asking for some gameplays as well, so I got that in the cut as well, so stay tuned in for that. Let's get into the video. So number 10, Film Red Nami. So Film Red Nami for me is very underrated. She's actually, like, if you guys can't get her in the summons, you guys could go exchange her orbs in the shop. She is one of the best runners in the game. I don't care what I don't care what any of you guys say. To me, she is one of the best. She's basically get the treasure type of character, but what makes her so good is her invisibility. Now her invisibility, well, it's way better than her invisibility skill is way better than Sober Mask's. Sober Mask invisibility, it's pretty, like, the time frame of that is very small, but hers just lasts way longer, so it can be very confusing for the opponent. And if I was to recommend it, if I was to give a recommendation how to play her, I'd rather you use I'd rather you not make her your main character. You can, but I'd rather you not make her main character and make her as, like, let's say you get KO'd and then you use her as a runner, because by that time people won't really focus on you like that as much. And I've clutched a lot of games with this runner. She's really good. You play her role right, you will win a lot of games with her, bro. I don't care what you say. Especially with the Gear 5 in the meta, she has a lot of capture speed as well. She's just a very good runner. Plus, she has the skill 2 Thunder Breed Tempo. That's a good move as well. It stuns you and everything. It's just a very good runner. Very good runner. Number 9, Rayleigh. This character requires a lot of skill. If you are a beginning player, you're not gonna understand how good he is. But if you're a skilled player and you know how to play, well, if you're a skilled Rayleigh player and you know how to play him a lot, and you mastered the perfect dodge, he's one of the most annoying and one of the best runners in the entire game. If you use him right, he is really frustrating to play. A good Rayleigh player is really frustrating to play against. You know what I'm saying? I've faced some very good Rayleigh players. Very good Rayleigh players. And they're some of the most annoying players to ever face off with. When you use him right and you do his perfect dodge, he is able to attack you and gain HP. Able to knock you back and stuff. He just has a great he just has a great arsenal. He has a skill 1. It's like the Dark King's Onslaught. It's like Film Red Shanks' teleportation move, but the earlier version. Dark King Slash. It's like a multi-hit. It's a multi-hit slash blade attack. It's very good. It's good to get kings off the treasure and everything. So, just a very good overall runner. I think we can all agree that he's one of the best runners in the game if you use him right. Number 8, God Usopp. God Usopp, longevity unit. Also, I made a mistake in my last video, which was I made a top 10 best defenders video. I forgot to add Eustace Kid in the honorable mentions. I'm sorry for that. I forgot to actually add him. But besides the point, God Usopp, a longevity unit. He has 3 lives. Really good runner, red runner. He's very fast. He's annoying. I've seen some of him in league. They can be very annoying. He's a mostly he's a range type of character. So He depends on his slingshot for basic attack. So if he's not your type of playing style, then you're not gonna understand how good he is. But if you like that range type of playing style, you like to keep your distance from your opponents, and you like to get treasure and annoy them and stun them, whatever, he's your guy. Like, he's your guy. And he also has 3 lives as well. He has 3 lives. I forgot to mention that. He also has 3 lives. Yeah. Now let's get into it. So number seven has to go to Oden. Odenitoyu. Yes, number 7. Yes, he's kind of gone down a bit because there's a lot of there's lots of runners now that in my opinion are just better than him, but he's still very powerful. He has the a 2 sword star gun Moto Kimi, helps you to move faster. He has Oden Nitoyu Toyotatsuka. He does more damage to defenders. You can't knock him off well, you can't down and stagger him while he's capturing the treasure, but you can only knock him back. Just a very solid runner, very solid. You can't stop him. He's very powerful. Very, very powerful. Yes. Number 6. I'm gonna be cheating a little bit. Yes. Number 6, I have to cheat a little bit. Because I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide, but number 6, I have 2 characters on this list. The first one is Shiki. Shiki is really, really good. Um he has the thing where he inflicts tremor, and it's kind of like Oden's Gono Motoki, but he flies instead, or he floats. Then he has his slicing attack. It's a pretty decent range move. Does more damage to Roger parts, including from Red Shanks. He's a red runner, so he could do decent amount of damage against Gear 5 Luffy, and he's just good at capturing treasure and stuff. So yeah, I think he's an underrated runner as well. He's very underrated. Also in the number 6 spot is also Onogonashima Marco. Marco for me is still a very, very good runner. On He's one of the tankiest runners. Um his skill 2, he flies around and heals people, but also could damage people. He's one of the best runners in the game. If you have him, please use him. You can't down and stagger him off the flag. You can only well, I don't think you can knock him back. Can you knock him back? I don't think you can even knock him back off the flag. Can you? I don't think so. Maybe you can. I can only think you could stun him or something like that. I have to check. Someone could remind me in the comment section. But yeah, yeah. But Marco, definitely Marco is definitely in the top 10. Now let's get into some honorable mentions before we get into the top 5. So first honorable mention goes to Boa Hancock, Stampede Boa in particular. She's a very good runner. The only reason why she didn't make it in the top 10 is because she relies on her status effect, which is Entrance, which is where she turns people to stone. And there's a lot of characters right now that can nullify status effect in general. But she's still a very good runner. She's still like a top tier runner. It could be a debate between her and Nami. You guys could see if share your top 10s. You know what I'm saying, share your opinions. You know what I'm saying, you're always free to share your opinions. You know what I'm saying, on what your top 10 list could be. I was kind of struggling between her and Nami. I don't know, maybe she's better than Nami or whatever, but I think in this meta, I don't know, I just prefer Nami as a runner, but I still love Bo Hancock. I still like to use her. She's very good. Vista as well. Vista is a step up. Honorable mention. Um, just a decent runner. Didn't make it to the top 10, but he's still a good runner. Has a counter, has a nice skill, captured the treasure fast. Pretty decent as well. Also say the blue runner raid Onagashima Usopp. He is definitely a very good runner as well. Um, well, yeah, he is a good runner. He could I think he can also. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he can capture the treasure while you're on the flag. I think he's one of the only. I think he's probably the only bounty fest that can do that. I think. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's still a very good runner. I think he's very underrated. He's very underrated. I used him in like fixed level 80 or whatever. He's fun to use, man. Whole Cake Island Sanji as well is an honorable mention. Not just Whole Cake Island Sanji as well, a Soba Mask as well. Soba Mask, he's kind of mid as well, but there's still, I think these two are still pretty good. Whole Cake Island, he could jump to obstacle. Well, he could jump. How you can say jump up? He could do parkour or some shit. I don't know. Like, but he could jump to like another place on the map, which makes him very unique, especially on like stages like Dressrosa, Coliseum, Sabaody. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Soba Mask who could turn invisible, who could turn invisible as well, and it can be tricky. I've seen some good Soba Mask players. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some very good Soba Mask players, so he's definitely on that list as well. Yes, sir. Even the old Marco, the old Marco, probably like 2 3 years old by now. It is very old, but he could still do his thing. I've seen some old Marco players. I've seen some old Marco players. I gotta do a gameplay of this guy because he's definitely a very interesting character. He's very fun. I feel like if they gave this guy a buff, he'd be a better Marco than the Onigashima one. Just make him a bit more tanky, and I think he would just be good in of itself. I think he just needs a buff. If you give this guy a buff, I think he'll be really, really good as well. Now, let's get into the top five. So, number five, Hody Jones. Hody Jones, the bootleg Arlong, nigga. Oh, I'm joking, but yeah. So like, this guy really depends on the like, bro. This guy's just really good. He's basically an attacker and a runner. Basically, is these amount of damage. This gives him so much. This gives him a buff. Gives him HP. He takes the absolute narcotics, bro. This nigga takes the opium drugs. You know what I'm saying? He takes all of that. He takes all of that and gets a straight buff. He's just very powerful. He does more damage to power users. I think with this move, Shark Pack. So of course, EX Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy, especially if Gear 5 Luffy doesn't have his buff. Yeah, you don't wanna face that. But he does have his hockey state, or his drug state. He's just a very good runner. It's very solid. I think you can't down and stagger him as well. Just a very solid runner. Very, very solid runner. Yamato as will be in number four. Yes. Man, I forgot about this Yamato, man. I got so confused when I just tapped on her shit. I'm just like, man, I forgot about this nigga, man. But yeah, man, she's definitely in the top five. One of the best runners in the game. Um, I don't know if I should be explaining so much, but you guys should already know she's really good. She has a Thunder Bagway, has a counter. She hits hard on Gear 5 Luffy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she hits hard on Gear 5 Luffy. If she catches you with this Thunder Bagway, oh god, she gets you gonna get. She delivers a lot of damage. She's kind of like a runner with an attacker effect type shit. Like she hits hard, bro. She hits hard. Pause. You know what I'm saying? She hits very hard though. And reminds me, like, she's kind of like a runner and an attacker to me. That's what she reminds me of. Just a very, very good runner. Number three, King. King is definitely in the top three runners in the entire game. Um, this could be debate. It could be a debate to see if he's number one or number two, but he's just very powerful. He's very fast. I think I've explained this guy so much, it's crazy, but he's just a top tier runner. Top tier. He's just on another level. He can teleport and do a tremor. He can knock back people off the flag when he captures the treasure. The unique trait about him is that when he captures the treasure, it takes 3 hits to knock him off the flag. So it can be very, very frustrating, especially during the last minutes of a game and you want him to get off the flag, but you can't because it requires 3 hits to take him off the flag. It's just he's just very annoying to deal with, and he's fast and he does more damage to attackers as well. So he just overwhelmingly just an annoying but very powerful, great runner. Number 2, Kaido. Hybrid Kaido is definitely in the top. There's any more I can explain about this nigga? He could teleport with this skill 1, Conqueror's 3 Worlds of Ragnarok. He has the entertain me blade, the wind sights. Just a very powerful unit, very powerful, very powerful. And yeah, and before we get into number 1, I'm gonna be doing an attacker list first as well. So before the Bounty Festival, before the Bounty Fest tier list video, I'm going to have, of course, a top 10 attackers, so I could just finish this part off. So yeah, so if you want to see that, just please like, share, subscribe, and turn on those noties and leave a comment and leave your opinions. I want to hear your opinions. You know what I'm saying? I'm always interested in hearing your opinions and everything. So yes, sir. Let's get to number 1. And yes, number 1, Claw. Claw. Yes, my opinion has changed over time when it comes to the best runners. And for me, Claw is the best runner in the game. I think anybody should have seen this coming. I've been playing with him. I've played with him a lot more. You know what I'm saying? A lot more, and he's just a really good runner. He clutches games for you. And before I also get into it as well, Gear 5 Luffy, I could have put Gear 5 Luffy on this list as well, because Gear 5 Luffy he doesn't fully stay as a runner, so I can't really count him as a fully staged runner. But he is, when he turns into a runner, he is really good as well. But I didn't want to include him on this list because I already included him on the defender list, and I included him as the best defender. So if you were kind of seeing if some of you were thinking that Gear 5 might have been on this list, that was just the reason why he just wasn't on this list. Anyway, when it comes to Kid and Law, you can't down and stagger them. When your opponent is on the flag, when someone's on the flag, not on your flag, but on their flag, you could still capture the treasure. You can ignore them and capture the treasure. Plus, you can't get down and staggered. You can only get knocked back. So that just makes it even more powerful. He has 2 invisible skills. You have Punk Vice. You have Puncture Willy. Pause. You're saying Law has an anti-heal. Kid, he has a knockback. You know what I'm saying? Kid could buff your defense. You know what I'm saying? You could tack a lot of hits. Law could 50%. When his HP is above 50%, he could nullify status effect. He's just the best. I think he's just the best runner. They're both. It's a dual unit. They're just very powerful, man. Very powerful. Great runners as well. You capture you just focus on getting the treasure and you'll win games, bro. Focus on getting the treasure and you win games. Simple as that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bells for more content. God bless y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.